Mr. Kazmark, will you call the meeting to order, please?
Mayor, I'd like to call the reorganization meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park, January 1st, 2010 to order. On roll call, council members Catamagna.
Here.
Castiglia.
Here.
Trowinski.
Here.
Boncino.
Here.
Conboy.
Here.
Mayor Mola.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Will everyone please rise for our prayer and flag salute? Oh God, our Father, we ask you to bless this meeting which we trust to your fatherly care and protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our heart and plant therein a keen sense of justice and a greater love for you and our neighbor. Guide us in our deliberations so our decisions will always please you and bring peace and happiness to our community. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin our installation meeting, we have one item to perform in relation to one of the councilmen who has passed on, Councilman Jack McLaughlin. And I just want to mention to everybody here that Mr. Conboy had this plaque donated. It's for Jack McLaughlin, and it shows that he was a member of the Second World War, veteran, a member of the American Legion, took great pride with the Ambulance Corps, and was our police liaison for many, many years. Mrs. McLaughlin is not in town. She's on vacation for maybe 2 months or longer, and we just thought it was fitting to present that at this meeting, and then she will get it when she comes back, and we'll have her delivered to her. Also, I would like to ask Mr. P. Pius from our ambulance corps to come up, and the other members. I see a couple other members out there. One of the requests of the McLaughlin family was that if there was any donation to be made, that it would be made to the Elmwood Park Volunteer Ambulance Corps. We have a check in here, and I'd like to present that to Mr. Pius, new president, right? Chief. Very good. Chief, I'm sorry. I'll get that straight. Thank you. To them, on behalf of the council, in regard to Jack McLaughlin, our council president, why don't we come down here and I see the photographer.
You want to take the plaque too?
You
want to take the plaque too?
Well, the plaque doesn't go.
Oh, okay.
No, it's what do you mean?
Well, it's just
What do you want?
Yeah, that's fine. That's true. You're right.
You could just hold it there.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
That's what the donation is for.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bob, you want anything with this?
I took that right.
Oh, okay. All right, whereas Chapter 231, Public Law, State of New Jersey requires the commencement of every meeting a statement by the presiding officer. Now therefore be advised the meeting requirements of this meeting have been met by posting an annual notice in the Record of Hackensack and the Herald News of Woodland Park, and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk as well in a public place within the municipal building, and by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted on December 16, 2009. Before we begin the installation, I'd just like to wish everybody here a Happy New Year. I know every councilman is going to say it, and since I speak last, I'm always last. Well, I beat him this time. I'm first. Happy New Year, everybody, 2010. Mr. Casbo.
Mayor, at this time, I'd like to certify the general election results of November the 3rd, 2009. County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, Certificate of Election. This is to certify that at the general election held on the 3rd day of November in the year of our Lord, 2009, Richard J. Trowinski was duly elected to serve as councilman for a 3-year term in the Borough of Elmwood Park. In witness whereof, we have hereunto set our hands and affixed the seal of this county on the 12th day of November in the year of our Lord, 2009. Signed by Peter Incardone, Chairman of the Board of Canvassers for the County of Bergen, and Kathleen A. Donovan, Clerk of the County of Bergen. Mayor, at this time, I'd like to call up Councilman Richard J. Chewinski, along with his brother Ed Chewinski, Esquire, to install him and his family.
I just want to remind everybody that you're in Elmwood Park. Mr. Chewinski, Mr. Ed Chewinski is a councilman over in the Fairlawn, so you're not in the wrong place. Eddie, the Bible is right there.
Raise your right hand, place your left hand on the Bible.
One second. I,
State your name.
Richard J. Chewinski,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New
of
Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of councilman
of the office of councilman
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help you God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Richard.
Mayor, at this time, I'd like to read the certification of the general election results for November 3rd, 2009 for Councilman-elect Keith Work. County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, Certificate of Election. This is to certify that at the general election held on the 3rd day of November in the year of our Lord, 2009, Sammy K. Work, Jr. was duly elected as councilman for a 3-year term in the Borough of Elmwood Park. In witness whereof, we have hereunto set our hands and affixed the seal of the County of Bergen on this 12th day of November in the year of our Lord, 2009. Signed, Peter Incardone, Chairman of the Board of Canvassers, and Kathleen A. Donovan, Clerk of the County of Bergen. At this time, I'd ask Councilman-elect Work to come up with his family, and ask Mayor Mola to come down to swear him in.
Last chance to change your mind.
Not really, Tom.
You can stand. Let him come here, that's it.
Hey, Keith, right hand.
He's ready. I repeat your name.
I, Sammy Keith Work, Jr.,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of people,
under the authority of the people,
and I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of councilman
of councilman
in the Borough of Elmwood Park
of Borough of Elmwood Park
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I would like to Tom Boyd to work to the designated chair.
When you say the chair.
Feels like it sometimes.
He's a comedian.
Oh, wait, that one? This one's a little more cushy, I like that one. It is.
At this time, I would like to, where is he in the audience? There he is, Senator Robert Gordon, come up. He has a heavy schedule today, and while let's just sworn him in, maybe Senator Gordon would like to make a few remarks to the public and to the candidates.
Thank you, Mayor.
No longer candidates, the councilman, I'm sorry.
Mayor, members of the council, ladies and gentlemen, first,
Let me wish everyone a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year.
I want to extend my congratulations to Rich as he begins another term, and to Keith as he begins a new adventure in his life.
And just relate
Something
something.
I think I've said before.
During the course of my public career,
which I guess stretches 30 years now, I have had
the privilege of
working in Washington, now at the state level, and for 10 years as a mayor and councilman.
in my hometown of Fairlawn. And looking back,
I have to say that some of the most satisfying times I ever had was at the local level, because, and this is really directed to Keith, who
hasn't experienced
this yet, if you've got a good idea, and if you are able to convince a majority of your colleagues that the idea has merit, one person can change public policy and affect the daily lives of your neighbors. And that's just a terribly satisfying thing, and I want to just wish you the best as you begin this new chapter in your life. And also, I'd just like to reaffirm something. All of us in public life here in New Jersey are about to experience what I think will be one of the most challenging years of our public lives. The state is facing a budget deficit that ranges from $8 billion to $10 billion. And our incoming governor has, aside from being obligated to close that gap, has indicated that there are likely to be very significant cuts in state spending, which means very significant cuts in aid to municipalities
in school districts. And that will mean
all of us are going to have to find
new ways of getting things done, of delivering services.
we have to be innovative and creative, and I'm sure courageous
as well. And I just want to reaffirm, Mayor and members of the council, that on behalf
of myself and Assemblywoman Voss and Wagner, my partners in
District 38, we will continue to work with you in partnership in trying to address these challenges. And so
let me just
wish you all the very best.
And to all of you, a great 2010. So thanks very much. Recognize this occasion. I have Senate certificates for Keith and for Rich, and I'd like to present them at this time. Keith. And to Rich. You've developed quite a collection of these. What do you want or not?
They go pretty good on eBay.
What do they get on?
Thank you, Senator. Senator, thank you for coming and presenting those certificates to our new councilman. We're unhappy to hear the condition of the state, but we all knew it. But we'll be calling on you for giving us extra help if that's possible. Thank you very much.
Mayor, at this time, I'd like to call the roll on the newly installed council. On roll call, council members Catamagna. Here. Castiglia.
Here.
Chawinski. Here. Bonsino. Here. Work. Here. Conboy. Here. Mayor Mullen.
Here.
We again have a quorum. Selection of the council president for 2010. We'll open up for nominations.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Who's nominated?
I'd like to nominate Councilman Conboy for president.
Councilman Thomas Conboy?
Second.
Second? Second. Mr. Bocino, any discussion? Oh, I guess somebody else wants it. Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamagna,
Yes.
Castiglia,
Yes.
Chewinski,
Yes.
Bonsino,
Yes.
Work,
Yes.
Conboy.
Too late, Tom.
Abstain?
Motion carries.
Accused of conflict of interest.
Congratulations to Mr. Conboy for that, and a long time ago, I was advised that when your name is brought up for an appointment, you vote yes, because you really want it. So do you wish...
Yes.
He changes his vote to a yes. Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you, Mayor.
Mayor, this afternoon, under appointments to the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Brian Giblin Esquire as Borough Attorney for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mola, Mayor. Resolution 01-010. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Brian Giblin Esquire as Borough Attorney for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010 be, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Castiglia and Mr. Conboy, discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamagna,
I vote yes because he has an Italian wife.
Castiglia,
Yes.
Chewinski,
Yes.
Bonsino,
Yes.
Work,
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
May I ask Mr. Giblin to come up to the dais and retain his seat that he's had?
Thanks, Brian.
To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Stephen Rogat Esquire as bond counsel for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mola, Mayor. Be it Resolution 02-010. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Stephen Rogat Esquire as bond counsel for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010 be, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Castiglia, second. Mr. Conboy, discussion? Call the roll.
On roll call, council members Catamagna,
I vote yes. I don't know if he has an Italian wife, but...
Castiglia,
Yes.
Chewinski,
Yes.
Bonsino,
Yes.
Work,
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Paul Lurch, RMA, as Borough Auditor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mola, Mayor. Resolution 03-010. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Paul Lurch, RMA, as Borough Auditor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010 be, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Bonsino
I
and
second.
Mr. Catamagna.
Yes.
Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamagna,
Yes.
Castiglia,
Yes.
Chewinski,
Yes.
Bonsino,
Yes.
Work,
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Mark D. Maria Esquire as Borough Prosecutor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mola, Mayor. Resolution 04-010. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Mark D. Maria Esquire as Borough Prosecutor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010 be, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Chewinski. Second. Mr. Conboy. Discussion? Call the roll.
On roll call, council members Catamagna.
Yes.
Castiglia.
Yes.
Chewinski.
Yes.
Bonsino.
Yes.
Work.
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Christopher Martin Esquire as alternate Borough Prosecutor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mola, Mayor. Resolution 05-010. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the following appointment of Christopher Martin Esquire as alternate Borough Prosecutor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010 be, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Chewinski. Second. Mr. Work. I think I heard Mr. Work say that. You're going to have to be quick on the lip if you want to sit up there.
No buzzer here.
Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamagna.
Yes.
Castiglia.
Yes.
Chewinski.
Yes.
Bonsino.
Yes.
Work.
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Ronald Mondello Esquire as Public Defender for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mullen, Mayor. Resolution 06-010, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Ronald Mondello, Esquire, as Public Defender for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010, be and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Vansulo, second, Bocino, second, Mr. Truinsky.
It's catching up to you.
On roll call, council members, Catamagna?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinsky?
Yes.
Alcino?
Yes.
Work? Yes. Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint John D. Dutch, Esquire, as Public Defender for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mullen, Mayor. Resolution 07-010, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of John D. Dutch, Esquire, as Public Defender for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2010, be and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Catamagna, Mr. Truinsky. Discussion? Call the roll.
On roll call, council members, Catamagna?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinsky?
Yes.
Alcino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Anthony Galena, Esquire, as the Municipal Court Judge for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2012. Respectfully submitted, Richard A. Mullen, Mayor. Resolution 08-010, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Anthony Galena, Esquire, as Municipal Court Judge for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2012, be, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Oh, yeah.
I'll move it. So moved.
Moved by Mr. Castiglia, second by Mr. Boncino. Discussion? Call the roll.
On roll call, council members, Catamagna?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinsky?
Yes.
Boncino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries.
At this time, I'd like Judge Galena, please stand. Be recognized. We thank you for all your work over the years. You've done a great job, and I just would like to indicate the bipartisanship. I hate to use that word, but Judge Galena has indicated to this council that everything's working fine with the court, and if he can have everybody return to prosecutors, et cetera, that would keep the court running in a efficient manner. Judge, we acquiesce to your demand because we never know when we're going to get a ticket. And this is a bipartisan. It was appointed last year, the year before, many of these people, and we don't want to get involved with changing the good function of our court system. So, Judge, congratulations and thank you.
Mayor, at this time, we'll hear your appointments to the Planning Board.
At this time, I would like to appoint Mr. Harry Decker, who is a member of the Planning Board. That's my appointment, but I'd like to have a motion on that and the council vote on it, even though it's not necessary for their approval.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Truinsky, second by Mr. Conboy. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. Harry, would you please stand? Thank you.
Mayor, at this time, I'll take nominations for the selection of the council representative to the Planning Board for the year 2010.
May I have a motion?
Nominate Larry Castiglia.
Motion made by Mr. Truinsky to nominate Mr. Castiglia to be on the Planning Board for the 20-what year?
24th.
24th year. Second, please. Mr. Boncino, discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members, Catamagna?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinsky?
Yes.
Boncino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, moving on to resolutions, we have Resolution 09-010, Open Public Meetings Act. Whereas
May I have
Chapter...
a motion to approve the Open Public Meetings Act?
So moved.
Mr. Truinsky and Mr. Catamagna. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members, Catamagna?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Truinsky?
Yes.
Boncino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I interrupted our clerk, Mr. Kazmark, on Resolution 09-10. It's a page and a half. You don't want to listen to that gobbledygook. It's all in here. If you want it, we have it out there. You can read it yourselves.
Resolution 10-010, annual notice of meetings. Whereas in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, PL 1975, Chapter 231, the Municipal Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park must set forth an annual notice, a schedule of its meetings for the year 2010.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Chewinski, Mr. Boncino, Mr. Work, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Call the roll, please.
Councilmembers Catamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski? Yes. Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries.
This resolution also will be posted outside the room here, and it's on record for the whole year, listing all the dates of our work meeting and our public meeting. Judge, I was going to say the courtroom, but it's not your room today, it's the council chamber.
Resolution 11-010, 2010 temporary budget appropriations. Whereas NJSA 40:19 provides that where contracts, commitments, or payments are to be made prior to the adoption of the 2010 municipal budget, temporary appropriations should be made for the purposes and amounts required in the manner and time thereon provided. And whereas said total temporary appropriations are limited to 26.25% of the total appropriations in the 2009 budget, exclusive of any appropriations made for debt service, capital improvements, and in the said 2010 budget. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the following appropriations be effective January 1st, 2010, be made, and the certified copy of this resolution be transmitted to the Borough Chief Financial Officer for his records. See the attached printout.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Conboy. Second, Ms. Vocino. Discussion, call the roll.
Stolen for discussion?
Yeah.
I just wanted to comment, Mayor, real quick. Serving as the finance chairman, this is nowhere, of course, nowhere near our budget for the upcoming year. These are just operational procedures that we need to follow on the first of every year to ensure our government keeps moving. So that's all I just want to report from you.
Thank you. It's only a percentage, I think it's 20% of the budget that you automatically, just to keep things going from now till we adopt the budget, and that may have to be amended and add additional money to it, but it's not, Mr. Conboy is absolutely correct, it's not our budget. Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 12-010, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the North Jersey Media Group, the Record of Hackensack, and the Herald News of Woodland Park be adopted as the official newspapers for the Borough of Elmwood Park for the year 2010, and hereby directs the ordinances, legal advertisements, etc., to be published therein.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Chewinski, second. Mr. Catamani, discussion? Call the roll.
On roll call, council members Catamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Resolution passes. Resolution 13-010, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council that the Borough of Elmwood Park, that the Mayor, Richard A. Mola, the Borough Clerk, Keith Kazmark, and the Collector Treasurer, Roy Rigatano, be, and the same are hereby authorized to sign warrants and checks dispersing funds to the following Elmwood Park on deposit of following depositories: J.P. Morgan Chase, TD Bank, Valley National, Bank of America, Wachovia Bank, Columbia Savings, Spencer Bank, Hudson City Savings, Spencer Savings, and the New Jersey Cash Management Program, along with any additional banking depository licensed to do business within the state of New Jersey.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Conboy, Mr. Castiglia, discussion? Call the roll.
On roll call, council members Catamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion passes. Resolution 14-010, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the Mayor, Richard A. Mola, the Borough Clerk, Keith Kazmark, the Collector Treasurer, Roy Rigatano, be and the same are hereby authorized as signatories of the borough accounts which are invested in various savings and loan institutions of the state of New Jersey for the calendar year 2010.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Boncino and Mr. Chewinski? I heard the loudest voice, Mr. Work. I'm sorry, Mr. Work. Call the roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chewinski?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 15-010, be it
This
resolved...
motion is going to be approved by Mr. Work.
Resolution 15-010, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, TD Bank, Valley National Bank, Wachovia Bank, PNC Bank, Hudson City Savings, Spencer Savings, Columbia Savings, New Jersey Cash Management Program, and any additional banking depository licensed to do business in the state of New Jersey. B, and the same are hereby designated as official depositories for investment purposes for all the funds of the Borough of Elmwood Park for the calendar year 2010.
Mr. Work?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Mr. Conboy, discussion, call the roll.
On roll call, council members, Katamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chawinski?
Yes.
Paulino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 16-010, whereas the Chief Financial Officer of the Borough of Elmwood Park has recommended that the following depositories be identified and may be used during the 2010 calendar year.
Same banks, folks, so we're just going to skip them all.
Whereas-
Motion, please. Motion?
Oh, second.
Mr. Vocino, Mr. Conboy, discussion, all in favor? Call the roll, I'm sorry. Call the roll.
Council members, Katamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chawinski?
Yes.
Paulino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution 17-010, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the following cash management plan as submitted by the Chief Financial Officer be and the same is hereby approved.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Chouinski, Mr. Conboy, discussion? Call the roll, please.
Council members, Katamani?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Chawinski?
Yes.
Paulino?
Yes.
Work?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, that concludes the resolutions for the reorganization meeting.
Thank you. Committee reports. Mr. Catamani, you have any report?
No, I'd like to just wish everyone Happy New Year, and I want to congratulate Mr. Chawinski, Ms. Work, congratulations. Now we're back to square one. I was born to be number 7 in my family, 6 girls. I was the last one to be a boy. When I was elected here, I was all by myself, 1 against 6. And now, after many years, 10 years again, here I am, same place where I was 10 years ago. Anyhow, I know we go through a lot of problems sometimes, a lot of discussions, arguments, but I have to say the truth. I do enjoy work with these guys, and after all, when you get them one-on-one, they're all gentlemen. When you get them the whole group, like tigers attacking a rabbit, whatever. Anyhow, I'll do the best I can, and I know we can work. We did work for 10 years together, and I'll do the best I can to work with these guys one more time.
Thank you,
Everyone,
Mr.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Mr. Chouinski.
I'd first like to congratulate Keith on his election and wish everybody a healthy, happy, and prosperous New Year. On just a short note, I know Lou Voncino will touch on it. I was a volunteer, when my wife was also a volunteer for the H1N1 vaccine, H1N1. And it was a pretty good turnout, and I hope more people start reading about it and take advantage of it. It is free, and Lou will touch on that later. Other than that, Mayor, I'm going to forego anything else at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Castiglia?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. Briefly, Happy New Year, everybody. Congratulations to Keith and Rich. I feel we got a lot of things done. I've been on the council 2 years now. We're going into the 3rd year of our term, me and Thomas. And I just served as council president for 2009. I'd like to congratulate Thomas on being council president for 2010. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Vocino?
Yes, Mayor. As Rich mentioned, on December 19th, the Board of Health, in conjunction with the Elmwood Park Board of Education, held an H1N1 vaccination program or clinic for school-aged children and siblings of our borough. And it was a success, as Rich pointed out. We had quite a turnout, and I'd like to commend both the Board of Health and Board of Education for working together to make that clinic the success it was. The Board of Health is presently or tentatively planning a clinic for the general public for Monday evening, January 11th. And our health officer, Deb Ritchie, will have more information in the next week. If you have any specific questions, feel free to contact her directly, and keep an eye on our website, because she'll probably post information there and on the bulletin board in town. Last year, I mentioned Elmwood Park joined the Sustainable Energy Meeting, where we're looking to purchase energy commodities in conjunction with other municipalities in the state of New Jersey. And in about 2 weeks, the gas commodity is going to go out for bid. We'll receive our strike price in about a week, and I'll be reviewing with our CFO, Roy Rigatano, the specifics of what we're paying for our gas at our municipal properties and also at our fire department and ambulance corps buildings. So hopefully we'll move forward on that. We'll probably realize maybe if we go forward with that, maybe about a 4% savings on that commodity. So we're gonna work hard on that. And I'd like to congratulate both Rich and Keith. I look forward to working with both, continue to work with Rich and work with Keith in 2010. And I'd like to wish everyone a healthy, safe, and prosperous New Year. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Council President Conboy?
Thank you, Mayor. Frank, if it helps, I'm also married to a very beautiful Italian girl. If it helps.
It does help.
We've had a lot of great conversations at 11 o'clock at 7-Eleven. I keep trying to see what his winning lottery number tickets are. As Councilman Caramaga mentioned, every November, the people of Elmwood Park go into the voting machines and decide who's going to represent their town and their government. And some of the faces change and some of the pieces of the puzzle change, but the focus is still the same. And you already heard Senator Gordon say challenges. That's going to be a word that is definitely going to get beaten to death this year. One thing that I could say, I feel confident to say among all of us here, as Keith has attended all the meetings for over a year and a half, and Rich is very passionate, and Lou and Larry and myself, and of course, no one's more passionate about cutting our taxes for our residents than the mayor. So we understand the challenges, and I know this whole team that's been assembled will do that very diligently and move very strong for the people of Elmwood Park in the upcoming year as we tackle our budget and meet those challenges and hopefully exceed them and get beyond them for the people of Elmwood Park. I also would like to congratulate Keith on all of his hard work, all his dedication for attending meetings for over a year plus and learning all about government, trying to make every meeting possible. And of course, Rich, your passion constantly for the borough. For you and I used to attend meetings. About 14, 15 years you were there attending meetings before coming here, so joining the group here. So I know we're going to have a great year. I also would like to thank you all for unanimously appointing me as council president. I'll try not to disappoint you. I just want to reach out I see our police chief is in the audience, our ambulance corps is here, as you saw, our fire department is here. I want to thank them and all of our military personnel here and abroad. I want to wish all of you a great Happy New Year and to be safe. And thank you for all your services that you do for all of us here in the borough and protecting us as a country. And I also would like to wish everybody a very happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Keith Work?
Well, first I'd like to congratulate Rich on the winning of the election. Second, I'd like to congratulate Tom Conboy for the selection of council president. And I also like to wish everybody a healthy and happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to have an interesting year this year. We're going to say Keith, and two people are going to turn around and look at us.
That's true.
And we're going to have to come up with some names that will distinguish them. The one Keith that's sitting in front of me, Mr. Kazmark, ran for county clerk in Passaic County. To our relief,
They said no.
to his disappointment, the election did not go his way. I've asked him please not look on the elect program on the internet to see how much money this council contributed to his opponent. No, only joking. He's done an excellent job with us over these past 3 years, and he'll be up for reappointment when? May? June?
June.
June.
21st.
So be nice. I would also...
Yeah, I can help you. I'm only one vote.
At least there won't be a shutout. I'd like to, Mr. Conboy alluded to, we do have the chief of police here, Mr. Don Grasolino. Just signify, please. When I finish, tell me if I left anyone out. Richard DiLorenzo, President of the Board of Recreation, Chairman. Mr. Harry Decker, who was appointed this evening to be on the Planning Board. Harry? I think sitting next to you, is that Claudia Ross? Yes, member of the planning board. I was Mel Kaplan, a member of the planning board. I was going to mention something before when we appointed the judge. We used to have someone who was a frequent visitor to our meetings, Mr. Robert Ross, Claudia's husband, who always indicated to the council that it's always good to have a good lawyer, but it's better if you know the judge. I've never forgotten that. Mr. Miles Garvey, who is the president of the Republican Club. Miles. We have Mary Ann Garvey, who is on the Board of Recreation. John Adamo, who is also a member of the Planning Board and its secretary. John. Mr. Wallace Noah Zalecki, who is the municipal chairman for the Republican Party. Miss Eleanor Carver, who was a member at one point for the library board. Eleanor. Mike Sulik, who is a member of the Fire Prevention Bureau and received an award this year for Fire Prevention Officer of the Year. Mike? Am I missing anyone?
Jack McGrath.
Where is he?
Right there next to me.
He's hiding. He's hiding back there.
He's hiding.
Mr. McGrath? Where is he? Stand up, please.
He's sleeping.
Oh, there he is. Our Band of Brothers hero. It's my hero. And I would like everybody to give a rousing applause to Mr. Jack McGrath, who I presented a certificate celebrating his 90th birthday. Jack, congratulations. Happy birthday, and it's a lot warmer than it was on D-Day. And Mr. Chewinski is still here, I believe. Eddie? Councilman Ed Chewinski. Did I miss anybody? I also would like to wish my Italian wife.
Lucky people tell you, you save yourself.
You know, one of the things Mr. Catamagna has to understand is that when he and I run against each other for mayor, he's got to go easy on me because I have an Italian wife.
You're lucky, Mayor.
I know that.
Your wife.
And I'd like to introduce two people who are employees here. My secretary, Pat Burke. When you call and you get somebody pleasant on the phone, it's Pat. And when you call and get, hello, this is Joan Tully. Our assistant clerk, Miss Joan Tully. And of course, the members of the ambulance corps who are here, thank you very much for your loyal support. I just have a brief review I would like to read of the accomplishments. This council has worked together on a lot of things this year, and we have some major accomplishments and a lot of minor accomplishments that have to be looked into by the council during the year. We saved over $1 million by getting grants for paving our roads. We paved Kip Avenue, Phase 1. It was $185,000. Previous administration forgot to submit the grant, and we finally got that in, CD money. Shobart Lane was another problem that we discovered. That was $95,000. We paved Shobart Lane. Martha Avenue, we were ready for that when the stimulus grant came through. I read in the paper we shouldn't use the word shovel-ready anymore. That's something, some dictionary-type guy said, please take it out of the dictionary, shovel-ready. We don't want to hear that anymore. But I'm going to use it tonight. We got Martha Avenue paved with the $185,000 of stimulus money. We went back to Kip Avenue, and we got another $195,000 for the second year of community development grant money, and we're putting in for a third year on that. The boulevard, we got $180,000 to pave part of the boulevard from Route 4, I think is back down to Lincoln Avenue. We're not going to finish the boulevard this year. We're going to wait till next year, but instead we have a major problem with Molnar Drive. Some people who live in the Altair apartments would like that. So we have a grant there from the state, and we're going to finish that road, then we'll go back and finish the boulevard. Mr. Chewinski was very much involved with solving the problem that existed on Franklin Avenue. It's a drainage problem. We'd like to thank Mr. Truinsky for that. We'd like to thank Mr. Larry Castiglia for working on the salt shed. It was a $500,000 proposal 2 years ago. It finally came in at $185,000, and it's sufficient for us to house our salt and sand. Mr. Lou Bocino finally was able to get the steps on the side of the building fixed so they look decent, along with other things that they've done. The culvert on Martha Avenue was cleaned out by the county this year, and that has to be done every so many years. We cleaned under the bridges of the park of the Route 95, and when I say clean under the bridges, we finally had the state come in and they planted bird spikes so that all the pigeons who land and rest under the bridge and then unfortunately keep their tail out while their head's facing in, and we have the problem on the sidewalk. They put the bird spikes in, and the birds aren't landing there, I hope, or if they're landing, the spikes are at the edge so that the birds are further in, and they're making a mess of their own home on the inside. We have a complete change of street lights. Public Service came in and upgraded all the street lights with a financial savings for us. Mr. Conboy and Ms. Pugliese of the Recreation Department now requires that we have all our coaches fingerprinted. We have a new sprinkling system on Borough Field, and we're able to use open space money to get new playground equipment. Some of it hasn't been installed yet, and that'll be installed again next year. And we're in the process of working with Bergen County. Mr. Conboy said, if you don't want to give it, help us fix it up, give it to us. I think they like that idea, so it was the problem. But we're willing to accept it. It's 43 acres of land for waterworks property off the boulevard, off East 54th Street, and we're negotiating with Mr. Giblin, my attorney behind us, or our attorney behind us, to see if we can get that property, and then we can look for money. I've already been looking for money to see if we can clean that land up and make it our own passive park so that we can have our people walking through there and having an excellent park in our community. This council changed the shopping cart law to increase the fees. Any shopping carts collected by the borough, and that brought Pathmark into action, and they put a laser system in so that now if you're shopping in Pathmark and you're wheeling the cart, you'll reach the boulevard and the cart will stop. So the cart will not go beyond that. I've tried it, and yes, it doesn't work. You may see a blue cart here and there. They didn't get all of them fixed. I think there were a couple of them that went through the cracks, so to speak, and we're still picking those up. Kmart, I have nothing good to say about Kmart. They don't pick their carts up, we collect them, and then we sell them. But Kmart does not really work that closely with us. We just signed a garbage contract this year, which will save us thousands of dollars over the next 5 years. While I'm speaking about that, if you have your garbage out today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, put it out Monday. They ran into a problem, help me Keith, they ran into a problem with their trucks and whatever with that snowstorm yesterday in the morning, and they couldn't pick everything up. Today's New Year's Day, tomorrow is Saturday, then Sunday, so they're coming back Monday to pick it up. How diligent are they to do this? They've done a decent job over the years, so I'm not trying to disparage the Scully company, but they weren't rehired this year. They'll only be with us until when, January 15th? January 14th, so I don't see them anxious to do all this work. We're still working on the park and ride down here off River Road. If we get that in, you'll be able to park your car there and travel into the city, and the town will get substantial revenue from the cost of the people using it. I'm still working on the sound barriers. It's only been 14 years, folks. We had Senator Gordon here. I will be contacting him. We've heard that, guess what? they've discovered sound barriers may not necessarily stop the sound from going from Route 80 to the homes. It goes over the sound barriers. I don't know if they're telling us that now, or they just don't want to give us the money, or they made a drastic mistake putting sound barriers in all the way down Route 80, and when you go west, you see the sound barriers way up on the hills. So that the deer, when they sleep at night, they won't be annoyed. So they put it all the way up on the hill. But we're still going to work on that. And the most important thing is that this year, last year, 2009, out of 85 communities in Passaic County and in Bergen County, Elmwood Park was the 5th lowest tax rate of all 85 communities. So I really think this council deserves a round of applause for their work on keeping the taxes down. And I can hear somebody in the audience, and maybe somebody who's going to be watching this and saying, how come the taxes went up? Well, in any community, you try to hold taxes down as much as possible. In some cases, it's almost impossible to reduce taxes. Everything goes up, as you know, in your own home. But we try diligently to keep the tax rate down and supply the residents of Elmwood Park with the best services possible at the lowest cost. Speaking of lowest cost, we have behind me our borough attorney who's on the fixed income here, and he does all the work. We pay him an annual salary, and anything else that comes in relation to legal expenditures, Mr. Giblin does that as part of his salary employment. So, Mr. Giblin, thank you. We appreciate having you back, and most of all, we appreciate you not allowing us to get into trouble during the last year, and hopefully you will contribute the same to all of us for this coming 2010. That concludes my report. I do want to tell you that we have some, I think it is, Mr. Conboy, it's leftover New Year's Eve party stuff downstairs?
Somebody was asking me about the food.
Yeah.
No?
We were going to get new food today, but since it's being supplied by the Republican Party, we said, go around, ask what's left over, bring it down. No. Mr. Wareka across the street and Market Street's provided us, the Elmwood Park companies, organizations paying for it. We have some New Year's Day food downstairs. We hope you all are invited. And since I say all, I'm going to say, Mr. Catamagna, you are invited. Unfortunately, last year, at the same meeting, someone put on the internet, you know, Mr. Catamagna went down and ate the Republican people's food. We're asking you to come down, Frank.
I stuffed my face.
He stuffed his face. It wasn't...
I only had a cup of coffee.
There wasn't anybody here. It must have been somebody who must have been somebody else. But Frank, come down and join us, unless you have other commitments. And ladies and gentlemen, we all ask you to go downstairs and enjoy our repast. And thank you very much for attending this New Year's Day installation program. Is there anyone who has any gifts or any statements they'd like to make? Keith.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask you to recognize one other person, my wife's brother-in-law? He runs the Bergen County Police Training Center, Jim Mordaga.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's the only person with the head up here, and I missed him. Eddie, you have somebody. Ed, you have to come up here and get this microphone, I think. Mr. Ed Trewinski.
Mayor, council members, members of the public, first of all, congratulations to Keith, and a piece of condolences. Good luck on having to put up with my brother for the next 3 years. The other council members have gotten used to him, but... And to my brother, I want to congratulate him on his reelection, and I also want to thank him very much for helping me get reelected by putting his signs all over Elmwood Park and confusing the living daylights out of the residents of Elmwood Park and Fair Lawn, who thought that I was running in both towns. But when we got phone calls for signs for each other, we were very kind and told each other, hey, I think you got a sign you got to put up on Kip Ave, and he would tell me of the location in Fair Lawn. So we've managed not only to confuse the people of Elmwood Park, but also the people of Fair Lawn. It was a good year for the Chewinski family, by the way. In addition to my brother winning re-election and myself winning re-election, our brother-in-law, Chris Visconti, who's married to our sister, won re-election in the borough of Oakland. So watch out, Kennedys, here comes the Chewinski dynasty. And for Frank, I want to say you need to be careful because both Ed and Richard are married to wonderful Italian women who have the same name, by the way, Diane. So you think Richie and I confuse it. There are two Diane Chewinskis as well.
Be careful, Diane.
On a serious note, it's been a pleasure and a privilege throughout the years to work with the Council of Elmwood Park on behalf of the people of Fair Lawn for the mutual benefit of both Elmwood Park and Fair Lawn. Senator Gordon mentioned, and we're going to hear it till we're sick and tired of hearing it this year, that it's going to be a tough year, it's going to be a challenging year, and we in government have to figure out new and different ways to do things. I expect that we will find new and different ways to partner with our neighbor Elmwood Park in sharing services for the benefit of the people of both municipalities. And finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't publicly acknowledge and thank the late Jack McLaughlin. Jack had the privilege, my father had the privilege of serving on the council with Jack. My father, who passed away a number of years ago, is now reunited with Jack. And I'd like to publicly thank Jack because after my father passed away, he took me under his wing and served as my mentor in the absence of my dad. So Jack, God bless you, and here's to you. Thank you.
Anyone else who wishes to be heard? You're hungry, right? Okay. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
You have anything you want?
Best.
Who made the move? Mr. Castiglia and Mr. Conboy. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So ordered. Ladies and gentlemen, just leave the back door downstairs. We have the food down there. Enjoy, and we'll all be down shortly. Thank you very much. And Happy New Year, and God bless all of you.